Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi witnessed Saturday a ceremony marking the Labor Day held at the Suez Steel Company in the Suez city. The celebration opened with reciting verses of the Holy Quran, followed by a screening documentary about Egyptian workers dubbed Ayadi Karima, and another about the Suez Steel Company. The ceremony was attended by a number of senior state officials. President al-Sisi watched a presentation of a number of successful private sector startup factories via video conference. He also awarded medals to those honored from various business sectors before inaugurating the second phase of the Suez Steel Company. The president delivered a speech on the occasion of the Labor Day, extending greetings to Egyptian workers and describing them as a pillar of the nation's construction and progress path. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting on Saturday with Minister of Agriculture Ala Farouk and the Director of the Military Academy, Lieutenant General Ashraf Zahir, discussing the latest developments of renovating Al Zahra Arabian Horses breeding station. Here are more details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was updated on the latest developments in the national project to develop Al Zahra Arabian Horse Breeding Station, which is due to be relocated in the new administrative capital. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Mohammed Shinawi said a meeting presided by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and attended by Minister of Agriculture and Land Reclamation Ala Farouk and Lieutenant General Ashraf Zahir, Director of the Military Academy, was held to discuss the situation. The station, affiliated with the Ministry of Agriculture, is internationally renowned for its pure Arabian bloodlines. Discussions covered the executive measures taken to enhance the station's efficiency, including the deployment of specialized personnel and experts and the adoption of advanced technologies to ensure optimal development. The meeting also reviewed preparations for relocating the horses to the station's new headquarters in the new administrative capital. Constructed to international standards, the new facility can accommodate approximately 1,000 horses and includes a fully equipped veterinarian hospital. This relocation is part of a broader strategy to restore and elevate the Zahra station's global reputation in Arabian horse breeding, supporting breeding, sales, exports, and participation in international auctions and festivals. Ambassador Shinawi added that the official inauguration of the new Zahra station will coincide with the annual Zahra festival in 2025. In this context, the President called for a comprehensive plan to upgrade the existing Ain Shams facility, thereby preserving and enhancing Egypt's heritage and purebred horse breeding. He also directed the implementation of digitalization and mechanization alongside the training and preparation of specialized personnel to ensure the new station is fully equipped to produce elite Egyptian Arabian horses recognized worldwide for their quality and pedigree. On behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli participated in the inauguration ceremony of Gabonese President Berissa Oligui Nguema. 16 African heads of state had arrived for the inauguration ceremony at the stadium north of the capital, Libreville, while supporters decked out in T-shirts and flags bearing Oligui's likeness packed out the 40,000 capacity venue. Madbouli's participation comes as part of the brotherly relations between Egypt and Gabon and confirming Egypt's keenness on boosting joint cooperation with the African country, as bilateral ties witness a leap in cooperation in the political, economic, trade and cultural domains. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egypt expats Badr Abdelati lauded long-standing partnership between Egypt and the United Nations. This came during his meeting with heads of the United Nations regional offices in Cairo, where the top diplomat renewed the state's commitment to extend support to UN different agencies, their activities and programs. The meeting also discussed the UN's share in Egypt development projects in the fields of education, vocational training, water resources and IT. Abdelati reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to the principles of the United Nations Charter, outlining the leading role Egypt has played under the UN umbrella and its main agencies over decades. Gaza Civil Defense Agency said Saturday that an overnight Israeli strike on the Khan Yunis refugee camp killed at least 11 people, including 3 babies up to a 1-year-old. Civil Defense spokesperson Mahmoud Basal reported 11 killed after the bombardment of Al-Bayram family home in the Khan Yunis camp in southern Gaza at around 3 a.m. or 100 GMT. Basal said that 8 of the dead had been identified and were all from the same extended family, including a boy and girl, both 1-year-old and a month-old baby. An Israeli occupation army spokesperson confirmed the strike, claiming that the attack targeted a Hamas member without giving further details. At the scene, rescue workers and residents searched through the rubble with their bare hands, eliminating their destruction with handheld torches. One rescuer carried the lifeless body of an infant from the wreckage. Fai'a Abu Hatab, a resident in a nearby building, said she saw a bright light. Then there was an explosion and dust covered the entire area. Israel resumed its barbaric offensive in Gaza on March 18th after a 2-month truce in its genocide war against Palestinians. The health ministry in the Gaza Strip said on Saturday at least 2,396 people have been martyred since Israel resumed its campaign in Gaza, bringing the overall death toll since the war broke out to 52,495, mostly women, children and minors. Meanwhile, Israel has blocked aid from entering Gaza for 2 months and says it will not allow food, fuel, water or medicine into the besieged territory until it puts in place a system giving it control over the distribution. But officials from the UN and aid groups say proposals Israel has floated to use its military to distribute vital supplies are untenable. These officials say they would allow military and political objectives to impede humanitarian goals, but restrictions on who is eligible to give and receive aid and could force large numbers of Palestinians to move, which would violate international law. Israel has not detailed any of its proposals publicly or put them down in writing. Aid groups say Israel should not have any direct role in distributing aid once it arrives in Gaza, and most are saying they will refuse to be part of any such system.